Hey guys, so I'm gonna go live here in y'all's group. I can't remember the name of it. I'm terrible with names of anything. But before I start, I'm gonna wait a few minutes, see if anybody hops on. And while I'm waiting, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce myself and tell y'all a little about me. So my name's Kelly. I'm the director of Let's Talk About Wax Baby. I live in Mississippi, so a little bit far away from y'all. But just a little bit more about me. I have joined Scentsy May 2020, so I've been with Scentsy for about a year now. I promoted to director in March this year, so March 2021, so a little under a year after joining, I promoted to director. I'm up to a team of about 50, which is so mind-blowing to me because we all start off with one person. Like, we start out with ourselves, and we have the opportunity with this business to grow something really big and something really beautiful and help bless other people's lives. If you're watching, drop a comment, say hey. If you have questions or anything, make sure you comment and let me know. I'm going to do my best to answer any questions you guys have. So I started taking my business seriously back in January. So I had sponsored a few people here and there up from May to like January, and I think I had a team of about 7 going into January. Hey Becky, so from January to now, I'm up to a team of about 50. I've personally sponsored since January 18 people, and I think I have a front line of about 21 now. And it is so amazing seeing people get paid off their own products, make extra money so they can, go on vacations with their family and do all the things that they love, just like I'm doing. And it's not easy at first. I'm gonna be real. It's not easy because guess what? You gotta talk to people. You gotta ask people things and get them comfortable, and you gotta hear no. You gotta hear no a lot. And that's the big difference between me or you or anybody. So let's take Katie Lassiter, for example. She's got a team of like thousands now. And the only difference between me and Katie Lassiter is the amount of times that we've heard no. Katie Lassiter has heard no way more than I have. If you don't have a team of 50 yet, I've heard no way more than you have. It's just math. Because honestly, out of every 10 people you ask, you're probably going to get 9 no's. And that sucks. It sucks to hear no. It sucks to hear that somebody else doesn't want this amazing opportunity that you have and that you're trying to give away. But stop thinking of no as never and think of it as like not right now, not sure yet. So I have like 2 big ways that I sponsor and recruit people. And the first thing I want to say is you've got to be talking to people. And the easiest way to talk to a lot of people is to party. And this isn't a partying training, but knowing that you need to party is a big step, and also having high PRV is a big step. So if you watch any YouTube videos about Scentsy, you're going to hear over and over again that the steps to success in this business is 2,000 PRV consistently and 2 new teamies a month. And it is absolutely true. That's how you grow, because when you have 2,000 PRV, that means that you are talking. You're talking to a lot of people, which is what this business is about. This business is about people and talking to them and what you can do for them. So that's one shift in your mindset that you need when you're trying to sponsor, have high PRV, do all these things. Stop making it a me and start making it about them. And when you do that, you'll start to see people being more responsive and more engaged and just more receptive to what you have to say, because you're telling them what's in it for them. And we're in a society, in a world where we want to know how things benefit us. It's the truth. How can this benefit me? How can this make me more money? How can this save money on my smell goods? How can this make Christmas shopping easier? How can this help me? So tell them that. Tell them how these things can help them. You also have to start making this more of a lifestyle, a mindset, instead of something that you check off on your list. So yes, I do aim for 2 recruits a month, but don't like set a day. I don't say, okay, Tuesday's recruiting day. I need to have 10 recruiting conversations every Tuesday this month and I'll have my recruits. I don't work that way. Because when I set myself in that box, everything feels forced. And people can read on that. Like, when you're sending a message and you're sending it to 10 people in the same day, you're pretty much sending them the same thing all day. And that's not the mindset you need to have here. Anytime you talk to somebody, look for cues of how this opportunity can bless them. So, 2 big ways that I sponsor people is host kits for party hosts. So if somebody hosts a party, they have the opportunity to earn their kit, and then also gifting my host kits. So whenever I have a party to close, whether it's a $200 party or a $500 party, I don't keep that free product most of the time. I give away free product because that free product is once, but when you sponsor somebody, that's PRV, well, not PRV, that's like extra money in your paychecks forever. And that's how you build a strong business and a big base. So stop being stingy and keeping all that free product. You don't need another warmer despite what you may think. So every time I have a party that's ready to close, whether it's 200 or 500 and it's one of my personal parties, here's what I do. I look for my best customers who spend a lot of money with me. And what I do is I add up their total for like the past 3 months, the past 6 months, and I multiply that by 0.2. If it's over 1,000, I multiply it by 0.25 to see how much they made, how much they would make if they were a consultant. So let's say Sally Sue sells $1,000 or buys $1,000 from you within the past month. That's a $250 paycheck. So what I'll do is I'll message them, and I've done this before. So I'll give you a better real life example. So I have a girl on my team named Lindsay. Lindsay started shopping with me probably in December. She easily spent $200-$300 a month with me. And I had mentioned it back in like January. Like, girl, you realize you could have made $100 off your smell goods. Not interested. So probably about March, I told her, girl, this is how much you could have made. It's time for you to stop letting me take your money. And we've had this conversation back and forth for probably 3 to 6 months. And finally, I think she finally bit the bullet in April and decided to join. I had a $500 personal party that I was closing, so I had a free kit. So I messaged her. I said, Lindsay, I got a free kit. It's free to join. Stop letting me take your money. She said yes. She joined. Does she sell $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month? No, that's not why she joined. She joined to make money back off of her own purchases and to use this business to buy gifts for her friends and family at a discount. And honestly, she set up a warmer at work. She gives out samples, but she's still active almost every month. And I don't feel guilty anymore for taking all her money, because I was starting to feel really guilty for taking her money. She's not the only customer on my team, or a previous customer that's on my team, who joined in this kind of way. Like, hey, I've got a discounted kit. It's free, it's $20, it's whatever. Go ahead and take the opportunity. They don't always say yes. Do I stop after that one customer says no? Absolutely not. So after I text a few of my best customers, what I do, I post to my stories, I post to my VIP page, I post to my personal page. I've even done it in a mass email to my customers, letting them know that I have a discounted kit available if anybody wants to start getting paid off their smell goods. Do I always get yeses? No, I don't. I don't always get yeses. You won't always get yeses. Nobody always gets yeses. But over time, the conversations become easier, and you'll see that the yeses come easier. So a lot of times, you may have talked to somebody last week about the opportunity, and they said no. They see your post in your VIP page, they see your post in your story, and they're like, I can join for like nothing. Let me go ahead and see. Let me go ahead and message her. Let me go ahead and ask. Because you don't have to, you plant seeds, and so people will think of you later on. So another way is my hosts, my party hosts, and this is kind of going to veer into this new thing that I started trying last month that was super successful, and y'all are going to be mind blown and think, why did I not think of this? Because That's how I was when I started doing it. So anytime you have a party host and they've got their $200 free product, you can add a kit to that. As long as you have 1 penny left in host rewards, you can add a host starter kit to it. So anytime a party's about to close, and I'm going to use a $500 party because $500 parties are easy to talk about. So a $500 party means they get their kit for free. They get about $20 worth of free product. They get 3 half-off products plus the perpetual party reward, because I give that to my good party hosts. I don't keep those for myself normally. So they get all that. And then I throw in, girl, guess what? So with your $500 party, you can get a starter kit for free, plus still get $20 of free stuff and 4 half-off items. And you'll get a $100 paycheck. Just let that sink in for a minute. You'll get all this free and half-off stuff, plus $100 in your pocket on the 10th of next month. Sounds pretty good. I've never I buy direct sales a lot. I buy multi-level marketing a lot because I want to support other bosses. I never get offered these things. If I get offered a join opportunity, it's a, hey girl, I know you got a successful business already, but do you want to join mine too? No. Absolutely not. Sorry, no. But if somebody came to me after I spent $200, $300, $500 with them and said, you can join for free and get paid off this purchase, I'd probably say yes. So offer that to your hosts. Even if it's only $200, when you flip that PRV to them, they're active for the month. That can help you hit your next promotion. That can help you get your next pay raise. That can help you, and it helps them. And it's hard. It's hard to see 500 PRV just like poof, it's gone. That $250, that $100 that you would have made, gone. But guess what? It's not about you. It's about them and what you can do for them. So give away the PRV. Give away the free stuff. Now, I'm going to be real honest. Last month, I almost had a heart attack. You want to know why? So last month, I sponsored 3 people. 3 people. 2 of them were from what I call try out being a consultant. So I found 2 people who were interested in the opportunity but weren't quite sure. So what I did was I said, hey, you want to try out being a consultant for a month? They're like, really? I'm like, yeah, it's not going to cost you anything. If you decide you don't want to join at the end, you don't have to, completely risk-free. They're like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. So what they did is I did not do much of the work for this. They did it all themselves because I wasn't training them to have me do the work for them, because that's not what we want from our teamies. We want our teamies to be independent business owners, because that's what we are. That's what you sign up to be when you fill out your social security number and you hit the join button. You sign up to be an independent business owner. But I helped them. I guided them. I treated them the same way I do a brand new consultant. I said, okay, first thing you're going to do is create a group on Facebook and add me to it. You can just name it Scentsy with Ariel. I'm going to use Ariel because she's one of the girls that did this last month. So she did that, and I said, okay, now what I want you to do is think of all your close friends and family. I want you to text them and say, hey, I'm thinking about joining Scentsy, and I'm giving it a shot this month for free. I'd love to add you to my group so you can see what Scentsy's all about. So they start adding their friends to the group. They start sharing the links. You know what that is? That's a list of 100. I never said a list of 100, but that's what you do when you create a list of 100. You go through people that you know, people that you're comfortable reaching out to and texting, and let them know, hey, this is what I got going on. I'd love to show you. That's all a list of 100 is. So they made their list of 100. I added them to my team page. If you're not a director yet and you don't have a team page, add them here. I'm sure nobody would mind. So I did that, and I trained them, and I worked with them. I did a few posts starting out. They're also in my customer page because one of them was a customer of mine. The other one had never bought from me and had never tried Scentsy before. And I let them use posts that I was posting. I let them get in what I had shared in my team page, and guess what? Both of them had $500 in less than 15 days. So I gave away 1,000 PRV last month, over 1,000. It was probably close to $1,100, $1,200 worth of PRV last month. But I had 2 new teamies join, starting out with Shooting Star and halfway to their first pay raise. How awesome is that? That's 2 new teamies. That's your promotion from lead to star, 2 new teamies, or 2 active teamies. And all I did was create them a party link and answer their questions and train them like I do my new people. It wasn't hard. It didn't take any extra time. And when they joined, all of their questions were already answered. The only thing they needed training on was how to work the workstation. How awesome is that? So that's what I'm going to start doing a lot of going forward whenever I have anybody interested in joining or anything like that. I'm going to offer them the opportunity to try it out completely free, completely risk-free. Best case, they get 500 PRV, get their kit for free, and get all that awesome stuff. Worst case, they get some free 8.5 off stuff, and you get to keep the PRV. It's a win-win, in my opinion. So, that is how I recruit. That is how I sponsor. Does anybody have any questions? I know I only got 2 people on here, but I'd love to answer some questions and see what y'all have to say and ask, because somebody watching the replay may have the same question. So y'all go ahead and ask your questions. Let's see. So while I'm waiting on that, I just want to say that yes, it's hard. It's hard at first. It's not easy. But the more you do it, practice really does make perfect. And the more you do it, the more comfortable you are. If you're going to add somebody to the page and let them take a peek, and I do this a lot, I let people join my team page to take a peek. You need to make sure that you're showing up, because if you're like, hey, I'm going to add you to my group so you can see what we're all about, but you don't post, they're going to be like, well, if she don't post in this group that she says is so amazing, is she going to like message me again? Is she going to talk to me? Because a lot of sponsors will sponsor and dip. So don't be that person. I'm going to wait just one more minute, see if we got any questions. I hope this helped you. I hope this kind of helped you see that there's not like a cookie cutter way to sponsor. It's all about like consistency and showing up and getting told no a lot. And that's really all it is. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. Some really good resources for y'all to watch if you want to practice recruiting. Because the people I have invited through don't really want it because they said it's too expensive. So like the products are too expensive or joining's too expensive, because joining is too expensive is never an excuse, because you can get them a kit for free. You can get them a kit for discounted. So if they're saying it's too expensive to join, you might want to think about presenting host kits, because I think I've only had one person on my team, on my personal front line of over 20 people join on a full price kit. Oh, the product's too expensive? It's really not. It's not. And a good way to kind of do that is to like maybe give them some samples so they can see how awesome the product really is, or ask them if they want to do like a borrow bag, because our products really aren't that expensive, and you just got to move on. You can't focus and drill into one person, whether it's about buying product or sponsoring or hosting parties or all that. When they say no, you kind of just got to say, okay, great, well, and like I always kind of shift the conversation. So when somebody's like, no, I don't want to join, or no, I don't want to book a party, whatever, I'm just like, okay, cool, well, here's what I got going on, or how's your kid, by the way? You know, change the conversation to something light and fun. Continue to build that relationship. If somebody says no, don't just never message them again. Still check up on them. Still follow up with them the way you do the rest of your customers. Okay, so this isn't a training on compliance or PRV, but you can't do a giveaway off of how much product has been sold, because that's considered pay to play. So what I do for my personal giveaways that I do for my customers is like I'll play a game in my VIP group or wherever, and I'll draw a winner from the people who comment. because we can't publicly require somebody to purchase anything, or actually we can't require a purchase for a giveaway, because that's considered pay to play. So you've got to be really careful doing that because it's a no-no. Alright, anything else, guys? Yeah, for sure, games are okay. Like, I'll even do like a how was your weekend, post a picture of your, weekend, and I'll draw a winner. And I normally just give away samples. Honestly, I rarely do giveaways with full-size product. I'll do sample packs with my information in them and things like that. So, alright guys, well, I think that's it. I hope y'all got something out of this. I'd love, even if you're watching a replay, to drop a comment of something that you thought was beneficial from this training. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.